the whole duration of the presentation of our next scene. So timer starts now.
Do you believe in time travel? Have you ever tried to look back at time? Good evening, everyone. I'm Lennon Aguilar of Discovery Primea, and I would like to introduce to you my collaborator, Dr. Wherein, one of the only 3 astrophysicists here in the Philippines. Tonight we're going to bring you to an out-of-this-world experience for you to experience the wonders of the cosmos, to drink the complexities of Glenfiddich whiskey, and for you the chance to see the beginning of the universe and the life itself.
Space has always been a very fascinating and awe-inspiring topic for mankind. I mean, who among us was not interested in space when we were young? Raise your hand. Who was interested in space? Yeah! Who wanted to go to space? Yeah! Okay, last question. Who among you needs space? So, as an astrophysicist, I get a lot of questions. My work is actually about understanding the mysteries of the universe. Where do we come from? Where are we going? And the most asked question that I have, are there aliens? So for us, our collaboration started based on our mutual interest in creating new drinks and elevating it to a new level. Okay? So contemplating about the mysteries of the universe is very good, especially when you are drinking fine liquor. So looking at the stars while drinking an aged whiskey like Glenfiddich 12, it makes you think about our place in the universe. But at the end of the day, space is not just about going to Mars. Space is not just about going to the moon. It's about protecting life here on Earth and making the most out of it here.
Well, truly, however, that space will always be there and will always have a significant role in our daily life. Being a human and a bartender, I work with an astrophysicist because I want to share my part to save the universe one drink at a time. So we name our concept the origin of life.
So the origin of life is a concept that will make you have a wonderful experience. So we started off with the Glenfiddich 12, which we placed in a porthole bottle. And the porthole bottle is, we placed it in front of a telescope. The way we did it is that with the telescope, we pointed it at a star known as Tau Ceti. Now why is this important? It's because Tau Ceti, the star that you can see up here, is a star that is 12 light years away. What does that mean? It means that the light that we are seeing right now came from that star 12 years ago at the exact time that the Glenfiddich 12 was still being made, being put in the cast. So it's that union of the light coming from the Tau Ceti 12 light years away and passing it through the Glenfiddich 12 and making it into a drink. That's the one that makes it a truly unique cocktail for every one of us. So now, so this is, we're pouring now the Glenfiddich 12. Very important, very unique. This is the only Glenfiddich 12 in the world that received light from a star that was 12 light years away.
Just like the sun, it symbolizes the sun, so the center of the universe.
Yeah. So because whiskey is from the root word, the water of life, we use the whiskey to symbolize the sun, which is the source of life here on Earth.
So for this drink, the main role of whiskey or the Glenfiddich is to hold the whole cocktail. And then, of course, to symbolize Earth, I need the ingredients that comes from the soil. So first, I have Szechuan pepper, Chinese peppercorns that has this mild spice, lavender aroma, and some fruity notes that will impart vitality to the drink. And of course, I will add calamansi liqueur. Calamansi is a native citrus fruit from the Philippines. It will give a well-balanced sweetness and acidity to the drink. And of course, it will give the Filipino identity and character that we will be looking for in case we're going to win and go to Scotland. And then another ingredient from the soil.
So the second and last ingredient that we have is coconut water. I come from Los Baños, which is known for the coconut vine. So it's a product of my hometown. And coconut is actually, we call it here the tree of life because of its versatility and usability. Any part of the coconut can be used for anything. And what we did here is we have a fresh coconut, this fresh coconut water, like just this morning. We got this from the tree this morning. And this is the freshest water that you can get from nature. Okay? So what we did is we're going to place it in the highball, but before we do that, we will be placing ice balls inside. Now the ice balls are special because inside each ice ball is a tektite. A tektite is a rock here on Earth that was impacted by a meteor. So this is a byproduct of a meteor explosion. So the rocks that you see here, those are the tektites in the middle of the ice ball itself. Now this tektite is also unique because this tektite came from Paracale in the Bicol region locally, and this tektite is 786,000 years old. So it's one of the oldest rocks that we can find here in the Philippines. Okay? Plus or minus 10,000. So So this is the coconut water now, which symbolizes life here on Earth, because we call the coconut the tree of life. Now the last ingredient that we will place, which will make this drink a truly out of this world experience, are these. These are real meteorites that came from space. So this started its journey. It was there since the beginning of the solar system, and it came down here on Earth, and that is the last ingredient that we will place into the Glenfiddich. Don't worry, this is safe. We've tried this.
We already tried it. We didn't turn green.
We're not glowing green yet.
That's the hardest part of our collaboration. You will know why. Miss Irene. Sir Stuan. Sir.
So for us the hardest part was who was the first who's going to taste this drink.
All together. This is fun. I need to watch. Yeah. So to support our concept, we use the full line of Glenfiddich whiskey to do the Origin of Life series. For Glenfiddich 15, we added Drambuie with star anise and cloves, and added sparkling grape juice. Here you go. We have some sauce here, so you can share. And then we will go into focus the telescope 15 light years away to see the star Altair. Okay, then for Glenfiddich 18, we added calvados and with cinnamon stick and some apple cider. Here we go. And then we will focus it 15 light years away to see the Sigma Draconis star. And lastly, for Glenfiddich 21, we added Galliano, dried figs, and ginger ale and beer and then focus the telescope 21 light years away to see the star HR 8832. This star is very unique and interesting because it has 5 exoplanets, and one of which is a super Earth that claims to have a life form on it. So there might be a possibility. There might be.
It's a very small possibility. Don't worry. We believe that they're out there, but we don't know where. So the final piece of the origin of life is actually the experience. Drinking the origin of life while looking up at the stars can make you think and ponder about our place in the universe. This is, well, space is all about protecting life here on Earth. At the end of the day, space is about the survival of life, the survival of humanity.
Now, to market our concept, Glenfiddich can release an Origin of Life series that comes with 2 crystal glasses with an authenticated and licensed meteorite for them to collect. And also, because the versatility of the drink, any bar or any bartender can replicate the drink to make whiskey and space a popularizing event or activity. And because to support our advocacy to popularize the space in the Philippines, coinciding the opening of the Philippine Space Agency within this year. And lastly, in every space and science event, convention or fair, we can bring a Glenfiddich bar on it and experience the whole concept of the origin of life.
Space scientists love to drink.
So, the origin of life is not just a drink, but it is a concept noteworthy of the Glenfiddich name. I am Lennon Aguilar of Discovery Primea.
And Dr. Rohel Marie Sese.
We're leaving you with a quotation from Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist. He said that if you want something, the whole universe will conspire to achieve your dreams. Thank you very much. And
Wow, thank you so much, Lennon and Dr. Rohel. Very interesting drink. So now it's definitely getting even harder for our judges. So judges, any questions for this team? Questions, comments?
Do we all have a million questions? What just happened?
even I cannot fathom
took you out of this
world.
Is there a bar on the International Space Station?
We're planning to.
We can propose that. We can propose that.
Great collaboration and well done. I'm sure everyone really enjoyed that. I did. What have you learned from each other's crafts? And,
Well,
I don't know what just happened.
we're not on Earth right now. So for us, our collaboration was actually a product of a back and forth exchange. I have expertise, then also
Yes.
has expertise. So at the end of the day, we just want to harmonize everything, the best of my field with the best of the field of being a bartender, to come up with a concept and a drink that is really, truly worthy of the Glenfiddich.
Yes, he made me realize that aside from saving the planet Earth, I need to save also the universe. Because after the Earth, what else next?
Where do we go?
I'm a big science fan and I thought I knew a lot, but when I met him, wow.
Okay, I've never thought I'd drink a cocktail that had shit stolen from NASA, so I'm very, very excited. Well done. My question is, how did you two meet?
Oh, okay. Because one of the things that I do is we want to popularize space in the Philippines. I'm one of the leading advocates for the creation of the Philippine Space Agency. And we used to do an event, we did an event before in Discovery Primea last March, right? We did the Earth Hour where we did a telescope viewing in the bar of Discovery Primea, right on the edge, outdoor, so that people can appreciate, especially those coming from Manila, the stars. It's not every day that you can see stars from here in Manila. So that's how we met, and from then on, when we knew about it, when Lennon told me about the competition, because one of my hobbies is also mixing drinks.
Yes.
So I told
I'm
you,
the
space
first one
scientists
to
love to drink. So when he called me up and said, by all means, yes.
He's the only person that I think. when joining this competition?
You guys, is there really a name?
How much time do we have?
Answer that question.
Just kidding. Where do you get all these meteorites? Like, is it available on Amazon?
Actually, the meteorites and the tectites that we have here, these are the tectites. You can take
And that will be your souvenir. You're not
that's our
sure.
souvenir. You can take that home.
I think it's one that.
This is really confusing. There's chocolate up here.
So meteorites, the ones that we use are actually coming from my personal collection of meteorites. But there's a lot of meteorites all over the world, which makes it very easy to market it. So that, like what Lennon has said, Glenfiddich can come up with a special line with an authentic meteorite with a certificate certifying its authenticity, that it's a real meteorite, including the age of the meteorite.
And that's
So
the good
then-
thing with meteorite, because it depends on what meteorite are you drinking is, it enhances the taste of the whiskey.
Can I ask?
Yes, Ron.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
I'll answer that with one word: star. I don't want to get into the middle of Star Wars and Star Trek, but I like both. I like both.
And which sci-fi movie is the most realistic?
To be honest,
You don't watch.
because that's a little too close to work, and I don't enjoy it as much because I know everything that's going on that's wrong with that
Great answer.
All right. Any other questions? So I guess we're done with the Q&A. So thank you guys, thank you very much, judges. Again, we'll be taking a short break, so please enjoy your cocktails brought to you by